Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today's video could either go two ways. It could go horribly wrong, or it could be life-changing. Basically, I had a massive wardrobe clean out the other day, and I was just chucking so many clothes away. I was like, I haven't worn you in like a month, you're out. Here are the clothes, and today we are going to be DIYing some clothes and making them into clothes that I can actually wear in my everyday life. So I went onto Amazon and I bought a few like tools that I might need, and I'm gonna see what I can do with these clothes. I've got a few ideas of what I would like to do. I'm gonna change the camera angle so you can actually see what I'm doing, and yeah, we'll get started. So yeah, we're gonna go for this little lovely angle here. I'm sorry if my table's really dirty. It's white and it just like collects dirt so much. I feel like I'm doing like a little ASMR video. Okay, so what I picked up from Amazon is some fabric glue, because obviously I'm gonna be doing this without a machine. I was like, I'm not buying a full-on machine for this video, do you know what I mean? So I've got some fabric glue, but then I did also buy some like this little kit. How cute is this? So it came in this little box, and it was like $8.99 for this whole thing. So it comes with a box, a little measuring tape, these little cute scissors, like a needle, and like 12 threads. And it comes with like a few needles. How good is that for like $8.99? I thought that was crazy. And then I got some, what are these? Like elastic bands that you might put, because I've got an idea of what I want to do with one of my jumpers. So yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, so we're going to start simple because this is my first time doing this. I did not practice. This is the first time. So first thing I have is like this black dress. So it's like a classic black dress, and the reason I don't really wear this is because I'm not a big dress wearer anyway, and this is just a little bit too short for me, and every time I walk in it, it just keeps riding more up, so it's just not very good for me. I kind of want to make this into like a little crop top, because I feel like I'll get a lot more wear out of if there was just like a classic little white black crop top instead of a black dress. So what I'm gonna do is cut it. Oh God, I'm so scared. So I have some scissors here. Oh, I'm so scared. Where do I cut it? I feel like I need like a little pen. We'll try a yellow highlighter. Do you know what? I'm gonna throw it on quickly. Let's see. Like I want it to be like quite a short crop top. So I'm gonna cut it just a little bit, because obviously we're gonna be gluing down the hems. So maybe a thing here would be good. And then I'm just gonna cut it. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. I don't know why I'm so scared. This is literally like a £3 Primark dress. Like, it's not that deep. Okay, so this is what we have. Little top, but obviously like the hem is raw. You could just leave it raw if you like that kind of look, but I always find that if you do have that, it always like curls. I don't know if you can see that, but it always like curls up. I'm gonna turn it upside down, and I'm gonna use the fabric glue to kind of glue the edges. It's really curling, which is so annoying. Right guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a ruler just to make sure that I actually glue it in straight, just because it does keep curling, because obviously it's like a cheap material, and it is like a raw hem. And I'm going to apply the glue. I'm just going to fold it in. Going to make sure to like flatten the edges, and what I'm going to do, because it has like these frayed bits, like so I'm going to actually cut them off with the scissors, just to make sure it doesn't show any lumps when we turn our top. Do the same on the other side as well. Okay, make sure it's all like flat, as flat as it can be. I am going to actually set this aside, just make sure that it is all dry before I like turn it over and try it on and show you guys. So we are going to set this aside and we're going to move on to the next one. So basically I have this little jumper here that I bought ages ago, and I love like the top of it. So it's like a zip up top. I love like the top of it, but I just don't like how it sits on me lower down. So what I kind of want to do is try and put a bit of elastic at the bottom just to like zhuzh it in. So what I'm going to do is, it has this bit at the back. I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so I've just cut this bit off, and what I want to do, it's quite hard because it's got like a zipper at the bottom as well, so I'm going to turn it other way around again. What I'm going to do is, so you want to glue it again, like so, but the difference that you're going to be doing is you want to leave like so. You don't want, make sure that not all of this is glued, so make sure you glue it here and then leave like a space so we can thread the elastic through. And you actually want to cut out a bit of a hole first, just so you can like thread the elastic through, of course. Yeah, so I've just cut like a little hole here, just so we can like tighten the elastic when it's inside. So what we're going to do, so I hope you can see, is we're going to apply glue to the edge. Now this is going to be a bit difficult because there's a zipper here, but I'm going to cut this tag off first. Get that tag out of the way. We're just going to put the glue over the zipper and hope for the best. So the zip a little bit isn't sticking all that well, but I'm just going to try and hold this down and hopefully it will stick. Right, once you've hopefully let the glue dry a little bit, we're going to go back to where we made the little hole, and I'm going to take the elastic. Now, I'm actually really nervous for this part. I really hope this works. I've never done this before. So the hole we made, I'm going to thread it through. And make sure it goes all the way around and then meets here again. I feel like this is going to be quite difficult. Oh my god, guys, half an hour later, not even a joke, that was such a blimmin' task. It's because this jumper is quite thick and then this is quite thin, so it was so hard to feel around where the hell this elastic is. Oh my god, my back is literally breaking. But finally, I have threaded it all the way around the jumper. So now the idea is, if we do this, it like bunches up, which is what we wanted. Okay, yeah, let's bunch it up to the kind of way I want it to be. So I think this is enough. And then I'm going to tie it. Make sure that's really tight and secure. Then what I want to do is I kind of want to cut off some of the elastic, so make sure that's cut off. And then what I'm gonna do is take some thread. Now that looks quite similar to that one. It's kind of blue actually. It doesn't really matter if it's not too similar, because it's all going to be on the inside, so you won't really be able to tell. This hole is tiny. How are you ever meant to, I don't even think you'll be able to see, but how are you ever meant to thread anything through this hole? You can't see it. You can't even see it. That's how small it is.
That's what she said.
So I'm not exactly, I don't really remember how to sew, but I'm pretty sure it's just, so what we want to do is just make sure the elastic is sewn onto the jumper, just so it doesn't like fly away. So I've just done like a few little bits. I don't think it needs to be perfect, just because this is on the inside of your jumper, so no one will be able to see this, but you know. And then here we go, like it looks horrendous. But we have now got a lovely little jumper. I love this, wow, and look, it's nice and secure, won't get ruined, and you got yourself a nice crop jumper. Love that. So next I've got this little jumper. So basically I never wear these kind of jumpers, and it is really like slouchy. I don't really like the neckline of it, but I love like the spotty pattern on it. So I really want to make this into like one of these tie-up jumpers that have been really popular now. So we're going to need a little bit of material to make the ties. So what I'm going to do is cut a little bit from the bottom. I'm not going to cut much, I don't think. I'm just going to cut a little bit. Actually, no. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, no, scrap that. What I'm going to do is, so just cut it in half. So first I'm just going to cut it in half like so. And yeah, so I'm going to go from here. Just make sure it's really in the middle. I'm really sorry if anything has changed, but my camera died, so I had to go sort that out. I'm going to start where we left off. So just cutting this in half. So cut that in half, and then what I want to do is cut a little line out of both the sides. So cut a little bit off just for the strings, because we're going to need it for the little tie strings. So I'm just going to try this on quickly. And what I want is, I'm going to cut a lot more material off. And the ties are just going to be here. Just because this jumper is quite like oversized. And it's really like wide, so I think it's really good that I'm doing it with this jumper, because it's quite wide, so it lets me have a lot of extra material so I can do my my ties. So what I'm going to do is just cut more material off each of the sides. Okay, so we have these strings, and we're also going to put them aside because we're going to use them later. And then what we want to do is, so we've got our raw hem, so we're going to fold it on the inside just so it just looks more neat. So we're going to do that with the glue again. Fold it in and make sure it's glued on the inside, not on the outside. Glue's so stringy, and then I'm just gonna try and fold it like so. Stick it on. So yeah, so here we go. It's a nice edge now, and we're going to do the same to the other side, of course. So now we have like a little jumper, like an open kind of cardi, and then these edges, we made sure they're all nice. So I'm going to put this aside, and we're going to do the little strings. You want to make sure they're quite thick, because we're going to fold these in a little bit and make them look a little bit neater. Yeah, it's a little bit more fiddly, this bit, but I'm getting glue all over my fingers, but I'm actually loving it because it's like the glue that kind of comes off, like when you used to do it in school. I used to literally, in primary school, put glue all over my hands and then just tear it off like a weirdo, but I'm sure everyone else did it. So yeah, it doesn't look the best, but at least it's not like a raw hem. It's like a nice clean edge. And yeah, I don't really mind if it's not too bad. It's only going to be like the ties, so it's not going to be too noticeable. And here we go. We've got our 2 little ties. Very nice. We need to glue the ties with a rule line, and I glue a lot. If you can sew and you want to sew, feel free. Okay, so what we want to do is, so I'm just going to turn this. So I'm going to glue the ties on the inside of the jumper, and hopefully they will actually stay. Hopefully the glue actually keeps them. So make sure you do it on the inside of the jumper, because you just don't want any like glue on the outside of the jumper, do you? Otherwise it will look horrible. Right, so I'm just going to decide where I want the tie, and I kind of want it here, like nearer the top. And I'm just kind of going to use the ruler again, just to make sure I am putting them in the same position on both of the sides. Okay, so I'm going to take the uglier like edge and glue that on the inside of the jumper, because then this thing will be seen. And I'm going to apply quite a lot of glue just to make sure it is actually secure. And then we're just going to wait for the glue to dry a little bit. And then here you go, you've got like a little tie jumper. I don't know whether to maybe cut the sleeves and make it a short sleeve jumper, but I think I will leave it for now. And we will see how it looks. This is going to be the end of the video. I honestly did not even realise what a long process all of this was going to be. So I definitely want to do more, because I do have so many more clothes, but it honestly takes a while. Like, this has taken me like 4 hours to do, and I've just done 3 pieces. It might just be me, but it takes a hell of a long time. So yeah, but I really hope you enjoyed it. I will insert actually before and afters of each of the pieces. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it if you gave it a like and shared it. And I would also love it if you subscribed. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!